gaming, and fine art.
Welcome. Thank you for joining us for Wednesday's edition of BTW21 News. Romero greeting you. As always, we appreciate your company. Thank you so much for being with us today. Exciting news, and the expansion of Patrick and Henry Community College in Patrick County continues, this time with a Fab Lab. Now, we are told that the only limit to creating at the Fab Lab, again in Patrick County, is your own creativity.
Fresh off the presses.
Patrick County now has its own digital fabrication laboratory. From hobbyist projects to entrepreneur innovation, through classes at the Patrick County Fab Lab, anyone can discover, design, and bring their dreams to life.
This technology in general, there really is no limit to what they can do, going from printing little giveaways or little toys for kids to take home, up to cars and even houses.
Patrick and Henry Community College says Wednesday's ribbon cutting of the Fab Lab represents the next in a series of their deliberate investments into the economic development of this crucial part of our service region.
At our Fab Lab in Henry County, housed in the Thomas P. Dalton Idea Center, we've seen entrepreneurs from 8 to 80 innovate, design, engineer, and accelerate products that have generated an entrepreneurial ecosystem that is absolutely contagious. We are confident that the Patrick County Fab Lab will do the same in this community.
The facility is stocked with tools such as a universal laser cutter, 3D printer, shop-bought CNC router, and a vinyl cutter.
I think this will open up a lot of opportunities, not only for students as well as community members. Especially, I know there's a large maker community already here in Patrick County, and I think giving them the access to all this technology is really going to help them grow their businesses even more, as well as getting the students into this kind of stuff very early on.
Funding came from the U.S. Economic Development Administration's Build to Scale Venture Challenge. Written specifically for Patrick County, this grant provides just over $300,000 to implement proven solutions to entrepreneurship and accelerate growth in the county.
I really enjoy the creativity aspect of it. I really just get to take a small idea and just run with it.
Now, continuing with news, this time in Henry County, the Henry County Board of Supervisors on Tuesday held a regular meeting, and we want to provide some updates. They say that nearly 100 Henry County deputies could be seeing a pay raise. Now, the Board of Supervisors allocated approximately $121,000 to its sheriff's office on Tuesday. That would be used to provide additional salary raises for deputies. That's according to the county's public information officer, Brandon Martin. Each deputy with at least 3 years of continuous service will receive an increase of $100 per year of service, up to a maximum of $3,000. Martin says the raises are intended to alleviate salary compression caused by increases to the minimum pay for deputies. Currently, the starting salary for a deputy in the county is $43,161. While some of the funding for the salary increases will come from the Commonwealth's Compensation Board, there are a number of positions at the sheriff's office that are locally funded, according to Martin. For those positions, the board contributed $50,044 to match the state appointment. Approximately 97 deputies will be eligible for the salary increases. The average increase per eligible deputy is $1,000. For other meeting matters, you can click on this story at BTW21.com. Now for news in Martinsville, Sova Health looks like they have seen a new individual join their team. Sova Health announced Wednesday that Ana Ventura has joined Sova Romero Cancer Center and will be providing specialty care for oncology patients. We are excited to welcome Dr. Ventura to our team of providers at Sova Romero Cancer Center, said Spencer Thomas, Chief Executive Officer of Sova Health in Martinsville. Her expertise, oncology and hematology, will expand our team's ability to deliver high-quality cancer care to our community. At the Cancer Center, Dr. Ventura will specialize in cancer screening, care, and surveillance, genetic testing, and personalized medicine and cancer care. diagnosis, and management of blood disorders, cancer treatment including chemotherapy and immunotherapy, cancer-related symptom management, and treatment of benign and malignant blood disorders. She's accepting new patients at 320 Hospital Drive in Martinsville. Folks, there's yet a lot more BTW21 news to cover. As always, we're going to take a break. Thank some of our sponsors for making Martinsville and Henry County only daily newscast possible. We'll return after these short messages.
Hi, Barry Nelson here, GR Chevrolet in Stanleytown. We've got Malibus. It's an 18 Malibu. I got Malibu starting at only $199 a month here at GR Chevrolet. Got a 19 Buick Encore, loaded leather roof, all-wheel drive, only $299 a month here at GR Chevrolet. Folks, we got over 200 SUVs in stock. This is a 2018 Traverse High Country, loaded, beautiful little car, 50,000 miles, only here at GR Chevrolet. This won't last long. It's a 2018 2500 four-wheel drive Duramax diesel, loaded with 45,000 miles. That's going to be a real deal. And I've got over 150 used trucks to choose from. Here's another hard to come by, a 2021 Silverado RST Z71 package for only 20,000 miles, only here at GR Chevrolet. Got a 2019 Colorado, and I've got several of them starting at only $315 a month here at GR Chevrolet. Race on into GR Chevrolet, where everybody knows cars cost less, and we're fast too.
Hey, come see us at Martinsville Urgent Care. We're located at 1044 East Church Street, Martinsville, Virginia. Our telephone number is 276-634-0010. Our hours of operation are Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., Saturday and Sunday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. We do offer time slots now, so you can call us and get that scheduled so you will not have to wait. Don't forget to come see us at Martinsville Urgent Care, 1044 East Church Street, Martinsville, Virginia, 276-634-0010. Call us to get your time slot booked.
The staff is friendly, helpful, very considerate, very, very nice. I couldn't ask for anyone to be any more helpful than they've been. When I got here, I was surprised at all the different things that they wanted me to do and how much better I felt after I finished them. And I've worked with just about everyone, I think, and they're all exceptional. I don't mind coming in the door. It doesn't matter who I work with because I like them all.
Welcome back, and thank you for staying with us for BTW21 News. Again, Luis Romero here with you. It is now time that we turn things over to Dustin Staples, who has a look at our local weather forecast. And as you've probably been hearing throughout the newscast, you can hear thunder. And of course, Dustin will be talking about the continuous rain that we should be expecting and what we should be expecting for this evening and for later this week. So without further ado, here is Dustin Staples.
Tonight's forecast is sponsored by Ashbrook Audiology, where relationships matter.
Welcome back to the program, everybody. Thanks, Luis, for that update. As always, we are continuing to monitor and keep a close eye on things around our area. And we're going to take a trip out west because I'm beginning to sound such like a broken record. I want to kind of talk about a different location for today because this is influencing our similar weather. However, though, we're not seeing these high rainfall totals. This is a one-day duration, as you've been watching the national and seeing stuff on weather feeds and social media over the last couple of days. You've been hearing about Missouri a lot, and particularly our friends out towards St. Louis, where the National Weather Service hub office is located out there. They have been dealing with a lot of rain. Pretty much that entire state has been, or there's a swath of the state. I'm going to show you a map in a second, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, that is impressive stuff there. So we're going to talk about why this is so significant for the state of Missouri, and particularly our friends out towards St. Louis, because if you have family and friends out there, you might want to check on them and let them know, make sure they're okay. I know there's been a lot of flood damage out towards that area, and so insurance companies are going to be busy working with the individuals for home insurance, even some property damage. A lot of that has been impactful up there, and of course, thankfully, I believe there's been no fatalities out of this. And the thing about it, this rain is that's been so powerful that a lot of these high vehicle trucks and SUVs, this is why we've told you to do not cross a flooded roadway, because almost 12 to nearly 20 inches of water can stall any vehicle, no matter if you have the highest capacitable vehicle there is that you own. It don't run through a body of, don't go through any type of flooded roadway. Well, hopefully you're not driving through a body of water either, so just keep all that in mind. So anyway, just some tips to keep in the back of your mind as you're heading out and about. So our friends in Missouri here, let's kind of go back, and I'm going to pull the history books out on here. The record was set back in 1915, so almost 107 years ago. Their highest daily rainfall, a one-day period, was over 9 inches of rain. That was reported, and they had to beat 7 inches. Check, they were managed to do that. That was all part of a hurricane that came back through Hurricane Galveston that made impact for there. And as you kind of saw there, I'm going to step out here, you can kind of see those images and those rainfall numbers. They picked up 7.68 inches of rain in just 6 hours. To compare that to almost a month to 2.5 months of daily monthly rainfall, they picked up in almost 6 hours. Well, what happens with that, it's all been part of that stationary front. I'll talk about that in a second though, but pretty much that is like a quarter of the annually average in 12 hours reported in that area. Now, the normal rainfall for the month of July and August, like I said, combined for St. Louis is 7.3 inches. So can you imagine that? They were almost about a couple of inches there, or a couple of hundredths, getting right close to that, 4/10 of an inch of rain. They were right close to getting to a daily all-time high monthly rainfall report in that area. And again, just that is 6 hours, and it took place during the overnight and the early morning hours. So this was kind of impactful for them, because if this happened when most people were sleeping, and or if you're working a late night shift, you were coming home into that as well. So it was pretty interesting to talk about that. Rainfall totals, I know that's kind of hard to see, but the lighter the color, the less chance of rain, the greater that red, orange, yellow colors, the intensity of the rainfall. So just kind of ignore that. I'm going to tell you about that. This is what's impressive to me, because all of this is a swoop of all this rain that came through here. These darker yellow, reds, and oranges. Look at some of these totals. This is impressive. So outside of Rosebud, Missouri, there is an inch. Salem, Illinois, an inch and about 2/4 there, or an inch and 2/5, excuse me. You get outside up towards these higher areas, they're up towards 6.1 inches of rain at St. Louis, and this is incredible. St. Petersburg, Missouri was the winner over 1.5 feet of rain in a short almost 13 inches of rain reported there. And that's those darker red, orange, green, dark red, and orange yellow looking colors that I'm trying to get my color coordinated there. So impressive stuff. And what has been causing all of this to happen is that stationary boundary, I've been telling you about this since last week. As you know, we've been continuing to be submerged in humid and tropical air for the entire pretty much mid-Atlantic, and now the Ohio River valleys are seeing this heavy rainfall as well out there. And that same stationary front, like I showed you, that swath of rain going from Illinois to Missouri there, picked up a lot of rain in a short amount of time. And you know what happens with that, it was a lot warmer there, so what happens with the instability of the atmosphere, the humidity, and that the temperature and the dew point, they really have nowhere else to go. Think of us as a sponge. You're squeezing a sponge as you're washing dishes maybe. When that sponge gets too full, what happens with that? That water just runs off, and then you squeeze it, and that water comes down like a gully washer. And that is impressive stuff out there, to say the least. So flooding is one of the dangerous and deadliest summer killers of the year, of us every year. We talk about that. And of course, heat waves on top of that note too. So summer heat waves are right there, number one. Right there, number two, coming at that is flash flooding, particularly in our summer months, because we're always out and about. We're not always home all the time. We're on vacation and maybe visiting stuff as well. All right, enough of my soapbox about flood threats here. Locally, there's a potential we could see some flooding as our friends towards Ararat and Claudeville, southwestern Patrick County. Boy, you've picked up almost 3 to almost 4 inches of rain in the last several days. Our friends here in the city, you've picked almost 3/4 to almost an inch in the county as well. Same story towards Franklin County, Rocky Mount and Boones Mill areas. You've also been under the gun where yesterday you had a potential tornado warned storm that came through your neck of the woods, and thankfully some of those storm reports did not produce a tornado. However, there were some little minor wind damage reports out there with that too. So that's been the key thing, and again, we're going to continue to keep this pattern in store for us for the next several hours. And going in to the overnight hours, our temperatures are going to stay in the 80s and low to mid 70s out there as well. Moving on to some area overnight lows this evening, not much of relief in sight anytime soon. Upper 60s, low to mid 70s. A stray shower or storm is possible. Other than that, we may wake up to a few clouds, maybe even a few areas of some light fog out there. Just keep that in mind, particularly along the riverfront. So if you live near Philpott Lake, the Smith River, if you live in Patrick County, down the lower valleys, particularly in Metazodan, you may wake up to some few areas of fog tomorrow morning. Do know that our temperatures are going to be pretty warm tomorrow. So the warmest day of the week is Thursday. 90s is everywhere you kind of go, or except for our friends in Patrick County and up towards Ferrum, up towards Rocky Mount off of Route 40, 220 Highway 220. Excuse me. Let me get the correct terminology there. Again, humid, scattered storms, partly cloudy in the morning. Just your typical summertime afternoon. And what's causing all of this, like I said, is that stationary front that has nowhere to go. I've got a bit of a map demonstration here. I got to start wrapping things up here. This front has been teetering kind of back and forth, not just for this general area, but I'm just giving you an example. If I had a national weather map here, I'd kind of give you a demonstration of what it is. But what it's been doing, it's been kind of going from west to east, and it's staying there. And what's going to possibly, fingers crossed, maybe this weekend, this front's going to begin to push south a little bit out of our area and may stall right here along the Virginia-Carolina line and give us maybe a drier Saturday. And then what's going to end up happening, that front, well, it's going to be like a seesaw and go back up. So the weather this week has been like a seesaw back and forth for the last several days. And what's causing that, let's kind of go over here. Pretend this is the Atlantic Ocean. This is not the ocean, but kind of visualize it. There's an area of high pressure along Bermuda that's allowing the storms just to kind of go over and around it. So it's not really much of effect for them, but it's impacting us, as you saw there as well. All right, that's enough of my time here with you. I could go on, but we got to take a quick break and thank some of our sponsors who makes this newscast and weather forecasting possible as well. Thanks so much for watching us. We will talk again on Thursday. We'll talk about the weekend forecast and let you know where that stationary boundary plans to make its final move.
Your BTW21 weather forecast is sponsored by Zentmeyer Chiropractic.
Relationships, they are the most precious and important thing we have in life. An uncorrected or improperly corrected hearing loss negatively affects each and every one of those relationships. Did you know that you have hearing insurance benefits available to you? At Ashbrook Audiology, we are the region's go-to providers for benefits from affordable hearing care, true hearing, and many more. Ashbrook Audiology, where relationships matter. Martinsville and Danville.
Hey, my name is Joyce Renee Watkins, and the reason why I chose chiropractic was because I was having some issues with myself, and chiropractic really, really works. New clients to come in, we are running a special right now where you can actually come into the office and have an exam and 7 different types of x-rays for $49. And then we will get you back in the next day and we will actually treat you and we can let you then what your insurance covers. Now you're getting 7 x-rays and an exam. And the x-ray machine here is top of the line, and Dr. Zentmeyer is really good. He can really read some x-rays. So I encourage everyone to come. We're located in Collinsville. Our address is 3652 Virginia Avenue, Collinsville, Virginia. We're across from Fenders and beside Walgreens.
We've been here for 25 years now, and we built a building that was bigger than what we needed when we first started. We've just about filled that place now. One of the things that we really do is we value our employees, we know it takes a long time for them to learn the skills, but people's skills are hard earned, so we make sure that there is a job for them every day of the week, 52 weeks of the year. So even if we're quiet and we don't need people, a lot of businesses still lay people off, send people home. We don't do that. If you want to come to work, we will find you a job because we value the skills that you've learned with us, and we want you to stay here, and we want you to feel valued. And we want you as a family to go home and say, I'm always going to get a paycheck if I turn up to work for Drake.
Welcome back, and thank you for staying with us for Martinsville and Henry County's only daily newscast. That is BTW21 News at 5 p.m. Again, thank you for sticking along this entire time. It is now time for your Martinsville and Henry County Crime Report, as always presented by our friends at Apex Bail Bonds.
Amber Hodges, 30, of Martinsville, Virginia, charged with intoxication in public. Ralph Carroll, 53, of Bassett, Virginia, charged with probation violation felony. Nathan Kennedy, 22, of Bassett, Virginia, charged with intoxication in public. Betty Potter, 48, of Rocky Mount, Virginia, charged with disobedience, resistance of an officer of the court, and failure to appear in court for felony offense. John Thurman, 32, of Axton, Virginia, charged with stalking with intent to cause fear of death. Mandy Glasgow, 33, of Ridgeway, Virginia, charged with contempt of court, failure to appear. Jessica Lewis, 36, of Ridgeway, Virginia, charged with probation violation felony and distribution Schedule 1 or 2 drugs.
Slip up, you need a bondsman you can trust at your side. At Apex Bail Bonds in Martinsville, our agents are with you at every step, not just the day you bond out. Need affordable bail? You'll get the same low rates we offer in Danville and Reedsville. Apex Bail Bonds has the only bail bondsman around licensed on both sides of the Virginia-Carolina line. Provides fast releases and affordable bail at the lowest rates allowed by law. Apex Bail Bonds, Martinsville, across from Checkered Pig, for the lowest rates allowed.
Triangle Electric Corporation is a locally owned small business serving Martinsville and Henry County for over 3 generations since 1965. We take great pride in our workmanship and value that we can offer our customers. Whether it's residential, commercial, industrial, we strive to make every customer feel just like family. And we offer 24-hour emergency services. Give us a call at 276-957-2281.
You're watching BTW21 News. Thank you for sticking along. It is now time for your Martinsville and Henry County obituaries. Now these, as always, are presented by our friends at Bassett Funeral Service.
Melissa Ann Key, 41, of Martinsville, passed away Sunday, July the 24th, 2022. Visitation will be held from 5 to 7 p.m. Friday, July the 29th at Norris Funeral Services. A funeral will be held at 11 a.m. Saturday, July the 30th at Norris Funeral Services. Norris Funeral Services in Martinsville is serving the family. Mother Ruth France transitioned to eternal life on Saturday, July the 23rd, 2022. A visitation service will be held Friday, July the 29th at 11 a.m. The funeral service will be at 12 noon at the Greater International Pentecostal Assembly Building in Martinsville. Harrison Funeral Service is serving the family. Elizabeth Ann Carter, 70 of Axton, passed away Monday, July the 25th, 2022. The family will receive friends from 2 to 3 p.m. Friday, July the 29th at Fairway Baptist Church in Bassett. A memorial service will be held at 3 p.m. Bassett Funeral Service is serving the family. Brenda Cheney Moore, 57 of Bassett, passed away Monday, July the 25th, 2022. Memorial service will be held at 3 p.m. Saturday, July the 30th at North Funeral Services in Martinsville. Visitation will be 1 hour prior to the service from 2 to 3 p.m.
On June 2nd of this year, we will celebrate our 25th year of serving Martinsville and Henry County. 25 years ago, we started as a small funeral home. Then in 2008, we became one of the largest funeral homes serving Martinsville and Henry County.
This spring, Bassett Funeral Service purchased some new property for our new crematory, and also will be expanding our services into that building. We pride ourselves in our service. As in the beginning, Bassett Funeral Service started at zero, and over the few years we have become one of the leading funeral homes in the area, and I think that is because we are providing a tremendous service to our families.
Martinsville First Savings Bank has been serving Martinsville and Henry County since 1924. Feel free to stop by or call for more information on how our checking, savings, money market, and certificates of deposit can help you meet your financial goals. If you are tired of 800 numbers or online customer service, please contact us. We are local people making local decisions. Visit our office at 25 West Church Street in Uptown Martinsville or call 276-638-8771.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is all the time we have for this Wednesday edition of BTW21 News. As always, we appreciate your company. Make sure that you head on over to BTW21.com to stay updated when we're not on the air and to get an extensive look on the stories that we've covered on this 30 minutes of news, as well as subscribing to our YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/BTW21 News to get a chance to be entered to win a $100 gas gift card. We'll see you tomorrow.
We've been here for 25 years now, and we built a building that was bigger than what we needed when we first started. We've just about filled that place now. One of the things that we really do is we value our employees. We know it takes a long time for them to learn the skills, but people's skills are hard-earned, so we make sure that there is a job for them every day of the week, 52 weeks of the year. So even if we're quiet and we don't need people, a lot of businesses still lay people off, send people home. We don't do that. If you want to come to work, we will find you a job because we value the skills that you've learned with us, and we want you to stay here, and we want you to feel valued, and we want you as a family to go home and think, I'm always going to get a paycheck if I turn up to work for Drake.
Hi, Barry Nelson here, Nelson Honda in Martinsville. We got some new car deals for you today. We got a 2022 Honda Accord Touring, 2.9 financing. That's a great deal. Come get it while it lasts. Got a brand new Honda Ridgeline 2022 RTL. It's got all those letters loaded with 2.9 financing. Got a brand new 2022 Passport loaded, and this is a Trail Sport. And we got several in stock. Come see us at Nelson Honda. Got a brand new 2022 Honda Pilot, and that Sonic Gray. That's a beautiful color. We got several to choose from. Come see us. Brand new CRVs. Newsflash, I've got 11 of them. This is a touring model. and got 2.9 financing again. Come see us at Nelson Honda, where everybody knows cars cost less. Plus